Welcome back, everyone, to the UL Monroe Warhawks Dynasty here on College Football Revamped, featuring the Cajun 6 Conference. Your custom prospects have been created. All of you guys that were Patron members, you guys are in the game now, along with everyone that open submitted. Yeah, every single comment. There's like over 120 some odd comments. I got all of you guys into the game, and I could not have done it without community members' help. I can tell you that right now. You guys know who you are. I'm not going to dox you with the Discord handles in your names, but you guys know who you are, and I appreciate you very, very much to help me out in getting that done. Now, another community member actually came up with a pretty cool idea, as you see some quick snapshots here for each team's schedule. It's called the Cajun Lone Star Challenge. And basically what this is we're taking on 6 other smaller Texas schools that are kind of in our range of competition. And like an example here would be UTSA going to UL Lafayette. We've got Rice hosting Southern in week number 1. And basically what this is we got the Louisiana teams against the Texas teams. And whoever wins is just kind of bragging rights at that point. So it's just kind of a cool little thing to get some more intrigue and get some backstories built. There's no any reward or anything behind it, but I think it's just kind of a cool concept that we can say, yeah, we won the Cajun Lone Star Classic this year, or Challenge this year. So pretty fun. You might see with some of this mini roster reveal some of your open submission players. I didn't cover every single team here. I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of what each team looks like. If you'd like me to at some point give you a video that shows every team's roster, I can do that. But rest assured, all of your open submission guys have been included into the game. Now, I did have a little something going on with moving players around with patrons and contest winners and things like that. Renaming players across the NCAA, like a quarterback on Washington's a 99, or a wide receiver at Florida State's a 95, and so on and so forth. So just basically just renaming players, and we'll kind of follow along with how they do in this Dynasty series as well, because they'll probably be included inside the Saints Year 1 draft class. Now, a couple custom prospects. Nice stash there, Ferdinand Giroux. I love the name, a little French thing going on there with Louisiana. I love it. Billy Tomlinson, a running back. A couple other players that we covered, like Skip Branson. Wide receiver here, Raj Patel, very fast guy. Doesn't necessarily run routes well, but he is kind of that kick returner, punt returner, dynamic kind of special teams player, kind of the guy that you mold into being a decent wide receiver. Got some good pass rushers at the defensive end spots. We got Luca Cloutier is a kicker, a 3-star. He's considering the Raging Cajuns, La Tech, and Tulane. Now, if you're UL Monroe, you need everything. We are a D+ overall and a C- on offense. We need everything. Give me all of these guys, all the 4-stars, all the 3-stars. We need them all, right? Well, that's not how I'm going to operate it. I'm going to try to give myself a little bit of a challenge. I'm not just going to spam the X button here and select everybody on the list. I want to kind of be specific about what players I want to go after. I'm looking for speed. I'm looking for that deep south speed, man, that SEC speed. That's what I'm looking for to build UL Monroe. I think that there's a lot of good players down here, down south, especially down in Florida. Obviously, Louisiana, Texas is a pipeline state for us. I think that this is just kind of smart to go after players that are in our pipeline and fit what we're trying to do is build our team based on speed. And of course, with our D-line, I want guys with strength. I want O-linemen with strength, the guys that can squat, the guys that can bench press 600. Yeah, well, not 600, squat 600. You guys know what I'm saying here. But a guy like Cedric Sowell, a 6'1" wide receiver, he's running a 4.48. I would consider him, but he's also giving us 5th in interest. I'm not about to try to get into a recruiting battle with a bunch of other teams. I want the guys that want to come here, like 1st and 2nd and 3rd. That's kind of what I'm shooting for here. Guys that fit our plan, guys that kind of fit the archetypes that I'm looking for. And of course, I want people that want to be here, man. I want people that want to suit up and win this dang conference, start winning some meaningful games. That's what I want. I want people that want to be here. What can we do to help UL Monroe? And then therefore, what can UL Monroe do to help our players at the next level? And of course, with their football careers in general, right? So week 1 action, here we go. We've got La Tech against Maryland, UL Monroe against USC. As I said, we're going to do that West Coast trip out in the Pac-10. Old Dominion at Grambling State, Southern at Rice, Tulane at Michigan State, Battle of the Green Gang, and then we've got Louisiana against Hawaii. So they're going out west, but they're going to go at a freaking resort. That's what they're going to be doing. Having some pina coladas on the beach. Nice. Good job, Raging Cajuns. So there's our Cajun 6 conference. Now, I have not figured out a way to mod the actual logo and get rid of that. I really want my Louisiana design in there with the jester hat. I think that's cool. That's what I want for our logo. That's the official Cajun 6 logo, so I got to figure out how to do that. But Heisman Watch, we've got 2 players. One here is a Patron guy that basically got the chance to rename someone who's already good. That's Aaron Chavez here for Oregon. And Richard Adams, a running back out of UL Lafayette. So interesting that we've got a Cajun 6 member up on the Heisman list. So pretty interesting too that we have Ben Crawford. He's a 6'5", basically Kenny Galladay out here, 81 overall. He's kind of a no-name player at this point, right? He's an 81 overall senior. He hasn't done anything pretty much in his collegiate career, but now he's here and he's on the first team All-American, all NCAA list. That's crazy. So we have a weapon in Mr. Ben Crawford, so we got to utilize it. Now, why do I show you guys this big list of All-Americans? It's A, for context, to know who these guys are, to kind of keep an eye on them. But B, because this series is tied to the New Orleans Saints franchise in Madden 23, a lot of these guys are going to be included in our Year 1 draft class when that one releases. Guys like Figgy Iggy, a 90 overall cornerback out of Virginia Tech, and Tank Richardson, a tackle out of Texas. Now, for the All-Cajun 6 team, I just thought this would be kind of fun, just to kind of get familiar with some of the players that once we see them in game action, you kind of have an idea of who they are. Now, Christian Klump is one of our best defensive players, a left outside linebacker for us. We've also got Smith as a corner. We've got strong safety Williams. Now, it is a small conference. It's only made up of 6 teams, obviously Cajun 6. So there's not a lot of players to go off of. So we've got a lot of 80s, high 70s in here, sprinkled in a couple guys in low 70s. So it's, all Cajun 6, it's all relative, okay? The all SEC would probably kick our butt if we played against them. So top 25 preseason polls, we got Penn State, Florida, Clemson, usual suspects here, Georgia, Oregon, Michigan, North Carolina, California. Go figure, the Blues, Carolina Blue and Go Blue, 6 and 7 right up there. Ole Miss down there as well, Georgia Tech, a lot of SEC representation still. Alabama outside of the top 25, they're number 29. And I'm just waiting for our first Cajun 6 team. There we are. We're actually in first place. According to the top 25, we're ranked ahead of everyone else in the conference. It's crazy. 42nd compared to 49th in Tulane. I think I kind of like Tulane to win this thing, though, honestly. Maybe the Raging Cajuns. I'll take that back. I'm going to go with the Raging Cajuns because they have, if you guys saw in the roster reveal there, they've got some really good offensive pieces. Like McAllister is their quarterback, is like a 93. And then they've got basically 2 running backs that are All-Americans. One of them's in the Heisman race. That's tough. That's really tough to beat. You can't really hang with that. All right, here we go. We are entering hostile turf, number 11 USC. Here we go. And I'm worried about that turf. I mean, we're already worried about the players, our competition across the field from us. Look at 90 overall, 75 overall, 15-point overall difference. And look at the defense, guys. 14-point overall difference with defensive players. That's nuts. We definitely have our work cut out for us here. I'm just worried about that turf, man. Hostile turf might eat us up. First down and 10 after a good return by Madison, and then Huff's going to get absolutely obliterated in the backfield by Terrence Keller. Might be a player to look out for here for the Saints. Now here is a 3rd and 13 situation, trying to fire this thing to our playmaking wide receiver, Ben Crawford. Can't come back to the football in time. Incompletion. Now, Ezra Frost, a player for the USC Trojans that we got to watch out for here, one of their impact players, a Patron renamed player that will be included in the draft class. This throw, not to him, but it's a touchdown for USC nonetheless. Now, here's Ben Crawford with the catch. trying to shake off a couple tackles, gets a 23-yard gain. First catch of the season for Mr. Ben Crawford. Now here's a pass completed here to Porter, who's going to just roll into the end zone. But no call. They're going to say he's down at the 1-yard line, but I don't think so. So we're going to challenge this thing. I'm so sick and tired of this game. It happens in the base game. It happens in Revamped. It doesn't matter. USC stops us at the 1-yard line thanks to the 1-yard line monster that EA loves to employ in their football games. I think maybe they said that his elbow touched the half-yard line mark. I don't know. They're not going to. They say the play was reversed. The call was reversed, but they're not going to give us the score. And that's exactly what we do anyway. We say, fine, we'll just punch it in ourselves. Whatever. Dylan Huff, touchdown. We tie the ball game up. Now a little studio update for you guys. Oklahoma against Georgia. Georgia goes down. Number 4 goes down. And here's Joaquin Rios out of Oklahoma having a really nice game, by the way. So another player to watch out for here for year 1 draft class for the Saints. Ezra Frost making a nice catch, a really athletic grab, had a dive for that one, bust off tackle, and then a stiff arm, a vicious stiff arm from a wide receiver. Don't often see that too many times in today's game. So he gets the first down. Now we got Jeff Jackson not really knowing where he was on the field. He missed the first down marker by 6 yards. It was 4th and 6. They had to punt it away. Now our next possession, Houston Harris drops the football. On a 3rd and 5 situation, you got to have it. That's a first down. And then the field goal is no good because our kicker isn't good either. Just short. We would have taken the lead right there, and I'm going to know that next time. He's got 67 kick power, so that's obviously not good enough. But here we got USC charging. They're able to punch it into the end zone with Andy Jones, the fullback. 14-7 USC. We give the ball back to USC. Here's a pass completed out here to Moore. Down the sideline he goes, and follow-up tackle will be made. They're stopped here at about the 2-yard line. 2nd down and goal, and here comes Daniels with a little flip here to Jackson. He's going to score. I'm telling you, he reminds me of Christian McCaffrey. Got the speed. All right, 3rd down and 10. Here's Key, our quarterback, and up the middle, he throws it right to Gaddis. And that is a costly turnover. The first of the entire game on either side. And this could be bad news for our Warhawks. Daniels scanning the field, going to fire out to the left, and no! I hate that so much. Jumping out of character here really quick. You try to take over a guy to jump, and he doesn't jump. He's unresponsive. It's crazy to me. So 28-7, here's Ben Crawford with another grab. That's good for 10. It's going to be 2nd and inches here. We're just trying to get a score. This game's pretty much done. I mean, we do have some time left if a lot of things go our way, like this here to John Felix, another rename player, open submission guy. But that's it. We score another touchdown, and USC scores a couple more. We don't make a comeback. This game is over. 34 for 44 for 343 and 3 touchdowns. Like, what? It's a lot of 3s and 4s, man. 42-14 is your final score, and I didn't really expect anything different. We know the situation of our team. USC is number 11 in the country. They are good. So I'm not too disappointed, I guess. It would have been nice to pull off an upset in California. That would have been crazy. To open up this college football season would have been nuts. But, just didn't happen that way. Now, Sean Bryant actually did get an interception here off of Daniels. I didn't show it, but we did get it. It wouldn't have changed the outcome of the game. The game was pretty much already over. They were just trying to chuck stuff deep and just get more points up on the board, but we got a pick. 284 passing yards, 1 turnover, 1 pick, and time of possession 15 minutes. I'd like to see that go up a little bit so we can kind of control the clock. We're just not good enough to hang with a team like USC. Maybe even Southern or Rice. I don't know. How good are we? That's the question. We got to find that out in the next couple weeks here against Oregon and some other teams across the Cajun 6, actually. So let's get into the matchup here. We got our first ever Cajun Lone Star Challenge. And of course, this is Southern against the Rice Owls. The Jags against the Owls. Southern's first possession is going to get to about the 50. They can't pick up the first down. So here comes Rice firing this up deep. And oh my goodness, almost picked off. That's Jarrah Keys with the deflection. Third down and 9 here for one of our best quarterbacks in the conference, Darnell Bourgeois. He's a 95 overall QB. He's got some speed. Not the fastest, not the fleetest foot guy, more of a pocket passer, but I think Southern really likes him. They've got another good quarterback to back him up, but I think that you got to go with your 95. I think that that's pretty obvious. So he's definitely going to be a guy that we include inside the Saints franchise draft class, but we got to see how he does, really. It's all up to him on what dev trait, on what round he's going to be taken into. You can be a 95 down to a 75 in the draft class, but it all depends on what you do with that skill set. Now here come the Jags. Take a look here. We got an interception here at midfield. Got the logo. I don't know what Bob Day was looking at. Wow, Mr. Bob Day. Is it turnover day down here in Rice? Cyrus Todd with a 2-yard catch off the screen. And the Jaguars are going to have to settle for another field goal here. 7-6, and Rice just firing it up deep again. That's Bob Day with the throw and a pick in the end zone. What is he doing? Look at this. Maybe some more loft there. Maybe he trusted the receiver. Didn't get it done. Now here, look at this throw. Look at this throw. Darnell Bourgeois, man. He's got a golden arm, dude. He's got a golden arm. 15 of 18 so far. Now first and goal. Fires it into traffic. And somehow Cyrus Todd comes down with it. 7 points here for the Jaguars. 13-7 for Southern. Bob Day fires it up. And oh, he floated it. He floated it to one of your open submission players right here. That is Tagum Durston. Wow. A pick six. And Bob Day has now thrown 3 interceptions in the first half. You got to think about pulling him. But they don't. They keep him in the game. Oh, tag him. Look at this guy. A deflection. He dove to make that play. That is unreal. Now here comes Tagum Durston again. Oh my gosh. He sacks Bob Day and forces the fumble. That is 4 turnovers here for Day. And watch Durston right here. Boom. Dude. Southern's got some dudes that I might think about taking here. Like Tagum Durston. And then we've got another great throw by Darnell Bourgeois. 18 of 21. He hasn't missed in the last couple drives here. It's unreal. Third quarter, Bourgeois, 27-14, fires it deep, and down the sideline they go. Gonna get a block. No, that's Cyrus Todd, who's having an unbelievable game so far in week 1. 3rd and 12. Here is Bourgeois firing up the middle, and again, in a little bit of traffic there. It's got to be in the perfect window to avoid the pick, and he gets it done. Now, he's showcasing his legitimate speed. Again, he's not the fastest guy. He's not Michael Vick out here, but he can run. He's mobile, but more like Andrew Luck type of speed. So first down and 10. Here's Bob Day, and oh my goodness, again gets hit hard right in his face. That is the 5th turnover. 5 turnover day here for Mr. Bob Day. I wasn't joking when I said it's turnover day today. Look at this. Most of the time that's called incomplete, but they're going to classify that as a fumble. They don't think the arm was moving forward. And Southern's going to win this game in blowout fashion. Darnell Bourgeois definitely helped his draft stock here today. 28 of 35 for 340 yards. 80% completion percentage. The guy just went off. Absolutely crazy performance here today, guys. 12.1 average. He was slinging it. He was slinging it. This is definitely a guy that I am eyeing. Now, another dude maybe here like Brian Thomas, 8 receptions here for 131. Maybe Cyrus Todd. Maybe might be some late round guys. Well, again, it's a long season. We'll see how they do and what they earn, what they deserve to be rated in Madden 23. But man, Durston was great. 6 tackles, a forced fumble, an interception, a diving deflection. Like, he is for sure an athlete on this football team that I'm impressed with. Now, Louisiana Tech did lose to Maryland 22-23. I simulated all of the week 1 games. But look how crazy close that this game was. 2 turnovers each, 1 fumble each, 1 interception each. Points pretty much the same. Yardage pretty much the same. Quarterbacks didn't really produce. You want to talk about 2 teams that are almost identical? It seems that way. Louisiana Tech and Maryland. Kind of weird, in my opinion. But hey, Dio Durant, we got a custom open submission guy. sighting here. 1 interception here for Dio Durant. We got Frank Enstein at a couple tackles. But, you know, going forward here as we see Grambling oddly loses this game. They have got a really good roster. I think this one's just kind of a fluke. They lose to Old Dominion, and they got blown out 38-7. A lot of yardage for Old Dominion, not a lot of yardage for Grambling. 8 of 24 for Walker, their starting quarterback, 33% completion percentage. That is not going to get it done on any day. You will lose almost every game if you continue to do that. Osiris, 8 tackles, 6 assists. And that's just an example of a player and a couple players, like custom guys, that I will highlight in the box scores. I'm not going to talk about every single one of you guys as players. There's way too many of them. This video would be an hour. I can't do it. So if you guys did something, if your player was notable in that game, then I'll mention you. But, you know, you guys are obviously watching the video. You can pause it. You can see how your player did to keep yourself updated. But Tulane will actually pull off a little bit of an upset here, I think. So Michigan State goes down. Galloway just didn't really do anything. That's their quarterback. Didn't pass very well. Didn't gain a lot of yardage. But Tulane able to pull off the upset here. Maynard was pretty bad as well, 35%. They might want to consider changing their playbook. They've got that multiple thing going on, the 50-50. I don't know. I think you might want to do a little air raid here that kind of opened this thing up a little bit. But Tulane gets lucky that they beat Michigan State here. It was close, but they still got it done. Now we've got Lafayette at Hawaii, and way to spoil the party down in Hawaii, man. Dude, they love their football out there, and week 1 action's like a holiday, man. And you guys came in and just absolutely destroyed them. 55-40, 620 yards of total offense. Total yardage for the team, including kick return yards, 800 total. That is crazy. Let's take a look at how the passing game did for the Raging Cajuns. McAllister, 27 of 42, had a lot of picks, 3 turnovers, but still, like, you cut those things out and you even blow them out even further. That's how bad that game was for the Rainbow Warriors. So Lafayette with McAllister, I'm thinking that I might be a little worried about this guy. At least as far as UL Monroe is concerned. If I'm the Saints, I'm looking at him. I'm looking at him. Just like Darnell Bourgeois. A little snapshot really quick at week 2. We've got the Cajun Lone Star challenge with UTEP at Tulane. So currently, the Cajun 6 is up 1-0 against Texas teams. Week 3, Georgia Tech Tulane would have been fun, but we're already showing Tulane against UTEP. We're not showing Akron and Grambling here in week 2. Which means week 3, we're only getting 1 game, which is UL Monroe against Oregon. Now, in the next episode on Saturday, I will show you guys week 4 games. Now, I know that the patches and stuff, and maybe the home, we didn't have any home games this week, but you'll see it in next episode. We've got the patches that still say the Sun Belt. On the uniforms, we've still got the American Conference logo for Tulane. You'll see that in the next episode. So all these branding and all these logos, I'll make sure to update those by week 4. So in week 4, that should all be cleaned up to the Cajun 6 logo, the conference logo on the field, and things like that. So it takes a lot of work to mod, man. It really, really does. So I'll make sure that those are updated. But guys, what did you think about the episode? Did you like the pacing? Did you like the format of this? I'm going to try to do this a little bit quicker, quick cut highlights, and you can get through a season a lot faster. I'm noticing that that's kind of the trend now with sports gaming content. A lot of people are just, you know, the attention span is not really there anymore like it used to be. So I got to adapt. That's how it has to be. If you want to survive, you have to adapt. You got to evolve, man. You got to be a chameleon. So guys, that's it. Leave a like if you like this thing, and let me know in the comment section what players stood out to you. I know my players that stood out. McAllister against Hawaii. We'll have to see how he does against better competition. Durston, that cornerback for Southern, and of course Darnell Bourgeois stood out to me as well. A couple USC guys in there too. So let me know in the comments what you thought about week 1 episode, and of course I will see you guys right back here on Saturday. So guys, leave a like if you like this, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, thanks so much for watching, and peace.